A lot of the things we strive after promise freedom or love, and if we seek these things to get that, then we've already built a barrier to that freedom and love because we've postponed it to the future. We've said, when I get to point B, then I will be free, and then I will be able to love the experience I'm having. I don't think freedom and love can be given, and I don't think they can be taken. I think freedom and love are innate parts of a conscious being. And I think that what we're getting when we think we're getting freedom and love is actually just a more flattering or a more preferable story or sense of meaning about our life. I think by looking at it this way, when you go to seek out new skill sets, new experiences, relationships with people you haven't met or things you haven't done before, it will help you not to come at it from a place of deep lack and to reaffirm that grass is greener, need to escape who I am thing. It will mean that you're going in with open eyes and honesty, knowing that you may not get the freedom and love you're after, but what you might get is a colorful, varied newness to your experience or your story or your identity, and that those new experiences are really energizing. A lot of people think that that is love, and it can feel like love, and you can experience love while you're doing that, but love isn't a result of it. It's just that love corresponds with particular feelings of openness and expansiveness and joy. So these things are gate codes for you to access love in yourself, because they've hit the right buttons for you to decide it's okay to feel love now. It's okay to feel freedom now. And those gate codes have been set by you. Or maybe by your upbringing, maybe by the conditions or the patterns that you've adopted, your beliefs around love and freedom. So I'm here to tell you, it's already yours. Don't postpone it. There is nowhere else to experience it but here and now. Love and freedom, if they don't exist right now within you, regardless of your external circumstances, then you can't bet on having them later. It would be an unwise bet to make, because there's no promise of a later, and later doesn't exist outside of the concept of a future. It's just a projection of the mind. There is no future, there is no past. You can never go there. No one's ever been there. No one's ever come back from there. It's simply a painting or a projection or I think this is what will happen, or I think this is what happened. Since we can only be in direct touch with the present is the only place that freedom and love can be experienced, or that anything can be experienced. So when you seek out new skills, you can surrender into freedom and love within yourself. You can release into the isness of your being, and at the same time recognize that there is this ability to shape your identity, your experience in different ways, to seek out new ways of engaging with people, places, practices, things, the environment. And so that's what you should be doing. That's a great way to spend your time. Just coming at it from this thing of, well, I'm gonna add to what's already here, but it's not going to give me anything that I'm not. It's just going to make it easier for me to go to particular places or to access particular things, because I will be able to manipulate or choose my environment if I have more skill, because of the money that brings or because of the connections that bring. And human connections are the fundamental currency. Everything else is secondary to that. You never get money unless someone paid you that money, and that person only paid you because they saw value in what you brought. So humans are where it's at. The reason I'm saying this is I want to debunk this idea that chasing's going to get you there. And at the same time, I don't want that to be read in this 2D perspective of, but if I don't do anything, then I won't get anything. Obviously, surrendering doesn't mean like it doesn't mean just not doing anything. It doesn't mean lying to yourself and allowing covert intentions like undercurrents of habit or hypnotic psyops, or like, I'm using these crazy words. What I'm trying to say is, like, it doesn't mean just going with the norm or the average or what everyone else is doing. It means surrendering to what you are. It means being no more than what you are. And then from that place of being and recognition of fullness, or at least that fullness is possible there, and that's the only place that you'll find it, then choosing from that how to go find things and go do things, and acting from that place so that each action will fulfill more of that identity. If you act from lack, you'll get more lack. You'll always be lacking, because each time you get something, you reaffirm that lack. It's like you're practicing that habit loop, and you get more of what you practice. So the internal state of being full or lacking, or, you know, feeling love or feeling unloved, or feeling freedom or feeling caged, has little to do with what you have materially, and much more to do with how you relate to yourself and the world around you, and whether you feel capable and skilled in doing that or whether you don't. The more your internal skill set kind of develops, the less the external matters. But at the same time, you can't develop that internal skill set without also interacting with the world. You can't just sit in isolation in a cave and think that you're understanding life because you're only seeing the cave. I'm going to start uploading more talks like this, just, you know, stream of consciousness stuff, because when I feel it, I feel like sharing it. And if I try to have this preconception of what a YouTube video should be or what exactly I'm going to share, I won't end up posting it. So I figure it might as well be here for you guys to engage with, and you can take it or leave it, rather than just sitting in my head or, you know, being in my phone. And yeah, this experimental fun mindset feels good. So we'll keep rolling with it, building momentum, coming at it from the right place. Have a good one.